Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, and it's time to take a look at your upcoming weekend weather. And it's going to be interesting, fairly quiet, but we're going to see a very cold Saturday throughout the Midwest and the Ohio Valley. But then Sunday, it's going to warm up above normal once again, and those warm temperatures will expand, and we could be looking at some record warmth for the beginning of next week. Now that's good news and bad news. The good news is we like the warm weather here in February, and of course we're now looking at the first part of March for next week. But on the flip side of that, usually it's followed by a very strong cold front bringing some colder air out of central Canada between the two where the battle zone meet, where we could be looking at some severe weather. And that looks like that might be the case for Tuesday and Wednesday for next week. But first, Saturday, take a look at some colder temperatures there in the Great Lakes and the Midwest, but also notice the very warm colors you see there, oranges in the central plains down in Texas, stretching all the way up into the northern plains. Well, that's on Saturday, so it's going to be cold in the Midwest on Saturday, but by Sunday, that warm air expands towards the east and northeast, and even by Wednesday, it expands all the way up into the northeast. But notice here on Wednesday, the big color contrast. In the Ohio Valley, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, stretching down towards Texas, you see some very warm colors. Those are oranges and reds and yellows stretching even down towards the southeast. But on the flip side of that, notice the very dark blue colors up in the high plains. Well, between the two is where that cold front is sitting, and that's where the battle zone is going to occur. This time of year, when you see this much temperature difference, is when we could see some severe weather developing. But not on Saturday. Take a look at the precipitation on Saturday. Friday in the Ohio Valley, you could be looking at a few light snow showers, and those snow showers will move to the middle Appalachians there in western Kentucky, Tennessee, and even into West Virginia and Virginia. But overall, it's going to be fairly quiet there on Saturday. Sunday, it stays relatively quiet with the exception of the extreme northern Great Lakes and into the Pacific Northwest. But now let's jump right to Wednesday. Notice what happens here. Remember the very warm temperatures in the southeast, very cold temperatures in the north. The battle zone, you see it right there in the Ohio Valley. So that's actually going to develop on Tuesday. This is a Wednesday map. So we could be looking at a 24 to 36 hour period of potentially some severe weather throughout the Midwest, Ohio Valley, and that will stretch into the southeast and the mid-Atlantic region. But that would be on Wednesday. So over the next week or so, of course, we're getting closer now to spring. March is just right around the corner. And so we could have these wild swings in temperatures. When that happens, we could be looking at some severe weather. And of course, I'll keep you updated on that. But overall, this weekend, not looking too bad. Cold on Saturday, but warming up on Sunday. I'm George, the Weather Dad.